Hey, Crown Point, sixth grade, Mirror Image Arts, back again with you. So my name is Allie, and of course I have Mitch.
Hi.
And Maya back with me again.
Hello.
And they are still currently their normal actor human selves. So what we're going to do for you now is we got those list of questions that you sent. So thank you for sending those and how watching the scene made you feel. We're now going to take those questions and transform Mitch and Maya back into their character roles as Sam and Yarel. And we're going to do hot seating. So I'm going to ask them the questions that you sent. We'll see if I can get to most of them. I think I can. And the characters are going to do their best to answer as honestly as possible. So we will set that up in a moment here. And then after this video, I'm going to send you another video with what's going to happen next. Before we dive into transforming our actors into their character roles, I want to just take a moment and honor some of the questions that one person asked that were intended for us as the Mirror Image Arts team, not as the characters. And they were just asking how our quarantine has been going. And I thought that was really nice. They asked, how has your quarantine been? What cool activities did you and your families do? And how did this feel not doing it in person? So I just want to take a couple minutes and answer those questions. So let's leave the technical question for last, but Mitch or Maya, do you want to share anything about how quarantine has been for you or anything that you've done?
Sure. It's been going okay. Boring at times. At other times, I've been working a lot, which is weird to have to stay home and work. But it's been going okay.
Yeah, that's good. How about you, Maya?
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. Working from home is like both good and bad. I think the best part is that I can just like go to the fridge and eat something whenever I want, and that's really awesome. So I've been eating a ton. I'm working and my dogs are here, which is great and terrible because they bark a lot, but then I have like a cute cuddly dog to hang out with. So that's been fun. I think the most stressful part has been figuring out the technology stuff for you all and our other sites, and being really frustrated when the tech doesn't work very well and my internet goes out. So I think that's been the most frustrating part for sure. What about you, Allie?
Yeah, my quarantine has been interesting. So my team knows this, but me and my fiance, we just had to move. So we moved on Saturday into a new house. It's like a duplex, so it's like a side by side. So that has obviously made things a little interesting for us. That we had to basically like upend our house. But it was hard because like we couldn't leave our house. So like it was getting really like messy and we like couldn't cook anything. And then we've been rearranging ourselves in a new space. But it's kind of nice that it's like, oh yeah, we've been quarantined, but now we're in a new space. So it feels like fresh and we're getting there. So it feels good to be in here. So it's been weird. But other than that, it's been okay. So just to touch on how did this feel doing it not in person? I know that's such an empathetic question to ask, right? Which is what we're trying to do, is build empathy to be like, oh man, that's different. I want to understand how that felt for you. So I really appreciate whoever asked that question. I know from our end, it was just really interesting trying to coordinate backgrounds because we were trying to make it seem like they were in the same room. But obviously they're in two completely different locations. So some of the technical aspects were a little weird, and then figuring out like power and lighting and sound and all of this stuff that's totally new that we didn't know we had to necessarily prepare for. I think it took some time, but at the same time, it was then, for me at least, really rewarding to watch it and be like, that wasn't terrible. So how did it feel for you guys?
Same. Figuring out the technology is weird. And it can be really distracting to try to act through the screen. That part's hard. you you forget how important it is to connect with people.
That's interesting coming from you because you do a lot of film work. How does this differ from doing film acting?
There are other people taking care of other things so that you can focus just on what you're doing
You don't have to do
with
all the
it.
tech.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
having yourself on the screen is also not helpful.
Yeah, that's
Like having
true.
to watch yourself as you're doing it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that part. Yeah. So it's been weird, but we're happy to do it. And we're thankful that we can still be flexible and adaptable and deliver this final bit of the curriculum because we've been working all year toward this. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to transform our characters into their roles and do some hot seating. So as a reminder, you know Mitch, he played Sam, and then Maya was playing Yarel. I will stay myself as facilitator. And the way this will be set up is that we are going to transform Mitch and Maya into their characters. And then we're going to imagine that they're both just in their own rooms, in their own homes, just like you and me are in a quarantine as well. And they're going to do their best to answer the questions as honestly as possible in their characters, all right? So let's all take a deep breath in. And let's all rub our hands together and get some theater magic going. And when I say go, let's all clap 3 times. Ready, set, go. All right. Hey there, Sam and Yarel.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for signing on today from quarantine land. So I have some questions from our students who witnessed a scene between you guys a little earlier, and they just wanted to ask you some questions to understand a little bit better. So please do your best to answer as honestly as possible. And let's see here. Okay, Sam, we're diving into a topic that everybody really, really, really wants to know about. So let me read the whole thing because there was a lot of comments about this. I want to ask Sam if he really likes Taylor. Sam seemed like he was pretending not to say he liked Taylor. And then someone also said, why is Sam always so embarrassed around Taylor when he can just go up to her and talk to her and hang out and other stuff? So kind of a 2-part question. Do you really like her? And just kind of like, what's all this like embarrassment about?
Honestly, like after all this has happened and being at home, like I've had a lot of time to think, and yeah, I do like Taylor. And honestly, I think that's why I just get nervous around her. You know, I want to seem smart and like funny, and I don't know, she just makes me nervous. And then, of course, like Yarel and everybody, like, I don't know, they just started to notice things and started to like make jokes and like laugh about it. And that makes me even more nervous. Like, I don't like being the center of attention in that way. Like, I like to make people laugh. I don't like when they're laughing at me.
That's understandable. I think we can all probably relate to that. Yarel, just out of curiosity, how does that all land on you? No, like hearing Sam admit that he likes it, but also hearing that he felt a little uncomfortable the way you guys were making fun of him.
I mean, it's whatever. He can like whoever he wants to like. Like, I don't get it. I don't think Taylor, like, I don't know. I just don't get it with Taylor. But if that's who he, like, let him do his thing, I guess. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. Like, it doesn't bother me. But I mean, I didn't know that it was like, I mean, I thought we were all just joking around. Like, that's kind of like how we joke and play, is we like, you know, tease each other and we kind of like egg each other on to like see what kind of a reaction we can get. And so I just thought like, he was reacting so strongly to it that it was pretty funny, and it made it easier to keep going because he just kept, it clearly meant something to him. And so it was funny to kind of see him get all like twisted about it.
Interesting. Yarel, that's interesting to hear you say that about the joking. I know the students who are watching, we've spent a lot of time talking about, what's the difference between when we're joking with our friends, but then when maybe the joke goes a little too far, and just like, how do we tell when the joke goes too far? So that's an interesting thought. We won't get into the conversation now, but maybe that's something we can talk about later. Sam, how long have you known Taylor?
Let's see. So I met Taylor actually once at Frankie's birthday party, like 3 years ago. And then when I came to the school, I guess now it's been like about 8 months.
Okay. Yarel, how about you?
How long have I known Taylor?
Yeah.
I mean, I just came to this school this year, so but I don't know her very well. She's not in like my friend crowd, so I don't really hang out with her that much.
Sam and Yarel, this is a question coming from me just out of curiosity. Did you guys start, were you guys the new kid at the same time?
I started just before Yarel.
Oh, okay.
I came in to school it was so awkward, but I came in the second month of school, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
This was an interesting question. It wasn't really directed to anybody, but I think I want to hear Yarel's answer. Who is Yarel to Sam? How would you describe your relationship?
I mean, friends. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess at this school, I would say Sam's probably my best friend. I don't know if Sam feels the same way, but I don't really have many other friends.
Yeah, I think we hit it off pretty much from the beginning. We laugh a lot together.
That's good. And so you guys have known each other basically since the start of this school year, a little bit into it when Yarel showed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Yarel, you said the band at some point during the scene. Are you in a band, or did you just in your friend group?
We've been talking about starting a band, but none of us are good enough yet. But we're definitely, it's going to be called Madagascar Paranoia. And it's going to be this punk rock band. It's going to be super stupid and awesome. So we want to start a band, but no, Sam and I and TJ and Frankie, there's band class at school. Well, there was before all this. And so we were all in band class together.
What do you play?
Me, I play the trumpet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sam, do you know the people in band class?
Yeah. I mean, Frankie and I have known each other forever, and TJ and I are pretty good friends. Actually, I'm kind of friends with everybody in band class.
But you're not in band?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be.
I had a similar experience to that in high school as well. So then getting into it a little bit more, Yarel, what kind of memes were you guys sending in band class?
I mean, I don't want to get in trouble. Is it okay to talk about?
Yeah, I'd say you can share whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay. Well, let's just say there was a photo of Taylor where she maybe didn't have all of her clothes on. She was still covered, but she didn't have all of her clothes on. And right, who has a photo of that on their phone? I don't know. That's a different story. But that photo got out, and so we were photoshopping it, and we put Sam's face in place of her face. And then like we ride the bus, and the bus driver is this like, he's like this super old dude, like this super old bus driver dude. And so I was able to get his photo from the yearbook last year, and I was able to put it onto the body too. And then like we were putting like Sam in it too, and saying, I don't know, just saying like stupid stuff to make us laugh.
Interesting. I thought this was an interesting question that someone asked. Do either of your parents have Facebook?
No, most definitely not.
How about you, Sam?
My mom does. She's always posting like all this embarrassing stuff on it.
Did you ever, like, did it ever cross your mind that like she would end up seeing some of this stuff?
No. I mean, I try not to like post stuff that's embarrassing on there, but like, yeah, she's definitely seen like a lot of stuff.
I don't have to worry about that.
Sam, after Yarel was teasing you, how did you feel? And I don't know exactly what moment that relates to, but you can answer.
I mean, like, right. When she was doing like the KISS thing, like she was being loud and like everyone was starting to look at us, and like I was really starting to freak out. Like, I don't know, things are happening, and honestly, I was really embarrassed. Like, I just don't like when people are making fun of me like that, and it doesn't usually happen, and I just didn't really know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yarel, why are you trying to embarrass Sam? And then they also said you should just be nice.
I am nice. I didn't know that it upset him that much and like embarrassed him. I thought we were just joking, and I'm sorry, like now that I hear him say it, I didn't, we were like caught up in the moment, it wasn't just us. It was like our friend was at the table and there were people all around, and it's like, I don't know, like, have you ever been in a lunchroom or like outside in like the lunch area where everyone's hanging out? It's like a lot of people are like messing around and goofing with each other, and I was just I thought we were just having fun, but I didn't mean to like embarrass him. And I mean, I don't know, I'm sorry if I wasn't being nice. Like, I don't know what to do or say, because you're like literally the only friend I've ever had. And so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. And I don't know. Maybe I am just not nice. It seems that keeps being the thing that happens at every school, is I'm just not nice.
Thanks for sharing all of that, Yarel. Sam, someone said, why are you letting them do all that to you?
Why am I letting Yarel?
Yeah, why are you letting them like make fun of you and kind of pressure you?
Well, I don't know. It's hard because like we do joke around, like just kind of our group, like we do joke around and we do like have fun and laugh and stuff. And I don't know, I want to be a part of all that. Like I don't want to start like a thing, but it does just go too far sometimes. And like I don't know, sometimes it's easier to just go with it and to like try to brush it off.
Yeah.
Than to actually like say I don't like it.
What do you think might happen if you did say that you didn't like it during one of those moments?
I don't know. Maybe people will think I'm weak or like soft or like maybe they won't want to joke with me anymore.
Yeah, that's really hard. Yarel, when Sam yelled at you, how did that make you feel? There was a point where he got pretty upset.
I mean, I'm pretty used to getting yelled at, so like that's not a big deal, I guess. Like happens every day, all the time to me.
From who?
From my auntie, when my dad decides to show up, from all my teachers. I just feel like everyone yells at me because I like can never do anything right, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, like it definitely startled me because that's not usually like how Sam acts. But I guess again, that's why like in the moment, it was such a strong reaction that it just made me want to like egg him on more.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, let me pull back up my questions. Sam, why did you make that picture at the end even funnier and more embarrassing and let Yarel send it out?
Because it had all gotten so big at that point. Like, literally everyone was sharing it and, like, commenting on it. And sometimes it's easier to just to be a part of it. Like, at least they weren't talking about me if I was making them laugh with it.
I'm going to push back on that a little bit because I'm curious to know for both of you now, like, how does it feel now, like in the aftermath of this? So Sam, I want to pick this back up with you again to just kind of see, okay, it felt easier during the lunchroom moment to just give in and like be a part of the group. But like, how has that transpired now? How do you feel now? What's going on?
Well, Taylor won't talk to me, and she thinks I hate her. I don't know, it's not worth it. I wish I could take it back.
Yarel, how about you? How has this all transpired for you? How are you feeling about it all? Knowing that you had seems like a pretty big hand in creating a pretty big situation and causing some people some pain.
I mean, obviously I'm like the person I feel like the worst for is Sam, because like he is my best friend and I didn't want him to be put in this position. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out if we get in trouble for it. I don't know if they're going to be able to like track it back to us. So like, I just don't know if we'll get in trouble for it. But I mean, yeah, I feel bad. Like we were all just joking around. And I think most of the kids in our school just like take everything so seriously. Like they just don't know how to chill out and like just like ignore it. Like if I was Taylor, I feel like I would just ignore it because it's it is what it is. But I don't know, I guess from what I've heard from other people is like she hasn't really been able to just ignore it. So I guess I feel pretty bad about that.
Yeah. Well, I really want to thank you guys for showing up and being honest and open. I just want to finish with one more question. Like, what are you guys going to do next? Yarel, let's start with you.
I mean, I don't really know what we can do now that we are quarantined. It's like not like anything can really happen. I mean, I'm definitely like Sam and I still, talk on a regular basis. And so, I mean, I guess there's maybe more of a conversation that we need to have after this. But I'm not really friends with anyone else, so I don't really care as much to try and fix something just because they're not my friends. But yeah.
Okay, Sam, how about you?
I mean, I don't know. Yarel and I have been talking. Frankie keeps messaging me, but like it's kind of all about her and what's going on, like her freaking out. I don't know. I keep writing an email to Taylor, but I can't send it. I don't know. I want to, but I don't know what to say.
Yeah, super complicated. Well, thank you both. I really appreciate you showing up and just sharing honestly what's going on for you. Hopefully our students have a better understanding of kind of where this stuff came from and what the motivations were and how you are feeling about it all. So thank you so much. For my sixth graders, next step, I'm going to send a separate video that goes through our next activity that are going to help us break down a little bit more problem solving around this scene and bring it back to you as yourself to think about what we might do if we ever encounter one of these situations when we can all sit at the lunch table together again. All right, so Mirror Image Arts here. We're going to sign off. I'll see you sixth graders in a little bit. Thank you, Sam and Yarel, so much. And the sixth grade, we'll see you later. Thanks, guys.